Hey, Ineffably Sublime podcast community, I'm Deej.
And I'm Mitch.
And we are your guides through the fascinating realms of our show. Here at Ineffably Sublime, we're all about mind-bending discussions, intriguing insights, and a touch of whimsy.
We love to believe this podcast is where curiosity meets laughter. Let's embark on another episode of Ineffably Sublime.
Hey there, Sublime Squad. Today's chinwag is Superstitions Part 2. Don't forget that we're your go-to source for insightful discussions, engaging scenarios, and a touch of humor. Whether you're a seasoned listener or just stumbled upon us, we're thrilled for you to be joining the Ineffably Sublime family. Let's rock and roll. Mitch, how you doing?
I'm doing well. What did you say? Chinwag?
Chinwag.
Chinwag. I've never, at least once an episode, I've never heard that, but what the hell is a chinwag?
A chinwag. It's a chit chat.
Oh, okay.
A chinwag.
So we titty lumped over for a chinwag.
That's right. So today we are doing Superstitions Part 2. It's going to be a shorter episode because Mitch has places to be and people to see. So
I do. I'm a very important person. Damn it.
Yeah, he's the VIP, the GOAT. So we're gonna discuss. It looks like we have maybe like 10 of the superstitions that we left out last week, and then we have some Valentine's Day superstitions that we can go over if we have some time at the end. And then that's gonna be that.
That is that. Just want to wish you a happy Thesaurus Day.
Happy Thesaurus. Oh.
Yeah. Today's of course, when people listen to this episode, Thesaurus Day will have already passed, but January 18th is the Thesaurus Day. And we missed, since our last episode, we missed National Nothing Day, January 16th.
Damn.
Yep. And the 13th, Make Your Dreams Come True Day. Aw, that's sweet.
That is sweet.
I do love National Hugging Day, or National Nothing Day. The 21st is National Hugging Day. Oh, that is
nice.
I think we're working on the 21st, so I think we should all hug each other.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
What is our next episode recording day is likely going to be the 23rd. What day is that?
There's nothing on the 23rd.
Another nothing day.
Yep, another nothing. Yeah, we got the 16th, 18th, 21st, 24th is National Compliment Day.
Oh.
Yeah.
I suppose it's entirely probable that we could record on the 24th. It's happened before.
Yeah, it could.
So,
anyway, I will be sure to give you a compliment.
Word.
I like to give compliments here and there.
Yeah, I mean, we compliment each other every week.
That's true. We do. And I'm very glad about a Thesaurus Day because that's what I need in my life is a thesaurus because I say the same shit all the time.
Well, today we started off with chinwag, which is a synonym of chit chat.
Yeah.
So there's that.
That is, yeah. Am I going to remember that? No.
I mean, it could just be considered slang, which I guess is similar. Another slang word for today is traunt.
Traunt.
You're going to try out a new traunt today. New Keystone Corner Grill over at the Traunt.
I hope to God Izzy will let me go there.
Dude, they have chicken sandwiches there. I don't know why not.
I already said chicken, but she likes chicken fingers, but she doesn't like chicken sandwich. And she doesn't like chicken nuggets. But she likes chicken McNuggets.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps you can convince her to let you go.
Yeah.
And then get her something and then just sit in St. Mary's somewhere and eat it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to wait till you get home.
No, I want this fresh, right?
Yeah, that's what I would recommend. Are you gonna heed my advice and get a burger with peanut butter?
No.
On the side?
No.
Come on, man.
No, I can't do it.
Your one chance.
No.
Look, last time I went there, I got what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, I also want one on the side just because. I just needed to know.
No. I think this is one of those, I'm never going to try it. I don't think I don't know. I don't want to. It just doesn't sound natural. I'm sure it's good. I get told that it's good. You've said it. Sheila said it. I just can't. I can't muster up the strength. I've even found myself at restaurants recently
And my wife will be like, "How's the burger?" Be like, "Needs peanut butter."
I don't know. I'll try to be as sanguine about it as I can.
Oh man,
Oh,
sanguine.
Sanguine, I believe is how it's. Yeah, I just went to vocabulary. My word of the day was sanguine. I got to be optimistic or positive, especially in a difficult or uncertain situation, which peanut butter on a burger is very much that.
Well, if you're gonna do that, then you have to not be so indolent about it.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I don't think I'm going to try it.
Indolent is lazy, showing no effort.
Then I'm indolent then.
Be sanguine, Mitch.
Yeah, I'm going to be sanguine and not indolent.
But you are going to be indolent by not getting it.
And I am. I'm not even going to pretend that I'm going to say I'm going to try it. I'm not.
Listen, if you get it, okay, and you take, cut it in half, and if you don't like it, bring it to me. I'll eat that shit on Friday.
That's true, because, you do bring a lot of stuff for me to try, and I never bring anything for you, so maybe.
Hey, man, I'm not going to complain if you're like, this was fucking gross. Like, I don't hear.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know, man. I
give it a cross section. Take a little, what if it surprises you and you're like, that shit was fire. I ate the whole thing. I would be even happier than if you handed me a burger.
Yeah. No. It's not happening. I think there's just some things that no one's going to be able to talk me into trying. And
oh, man.
And that's one of them. That is that, that, I don't know.
That's why I did it that way, because I was like, what if I don't like this and I still have a burger that I like?
Yeah.
And I just took a bite of it first and I was like, whoa, that was so good. And then my other burger was underwhelming.
Well, I already had peanut butter this morning. I don't want to have it for breakfast and lunch. That's too much peanut butter. We'll go with that.
Mitch logic.
It is, yeah. I'll give it a soft maybe. That I'll
soft maybe.
A very flaccid maybe.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right.
Very flaccid, because I'm not doing it. But I'm not gonna totally. Yeah, I am. I'm saying I'm not. Sorry.
Damn.
Yeah.
One of these days, Alice, I'm gonna bring you one. And then you have no choice.
And then you're gonna stare at me while I try to.
I don't want to put you out. You know what I mean? Like, you fingered the cookie butter. You were all for it. So like,
I went knuckles deep in that. That was good too.
I don't know how to get you to do it without you feeling. Because I know the feeling of trying new food, and but I always felt like there was a difference of like trying new foods that you're uncomfortable with, like, texturally and things like that. That's a whole different ball game than being like. Than combining foods that you already know you like.
Yeah.
And it's a flavor combo. So like that doesn't freak me out as much as like trying something completely new that I don't know what to expect.
I don't know, man. You do a very good job of talking this up. And maybe if you were with me,
okay, I feel that.
Then maybe you would talk me into it. But by now and then by 1 o'clock or whenever I'm going to be there today, the time will have totally passed and I won't even give you a second thought.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we got to schedule a double date to the Keystone Corner Grill.
Sounds like a date.
Like I said, man, back at Domino's, and I know some of my Domino's peeps listen to the show. There was that peanut butter bacon provolone pizza. It was always a hit, and everybody was exactly the same way you were. They were like, no, that sounds terrible. And then we made it, and they were like, you know what?
Yep.
This is dope. Like, I had it requested all the time.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll never say never. I'll leave it at that. I'll never say never to this, but today's not that day.
It is Reese's peanut butter they're using. All right, number 11.
I don't know now. Oh, I love Reese's.
I know. Well, maybe when you're standing there at the counter and you're looking at it, their massive menu.
Yeah, but I already
Might
saw
just
them.
hit you.
I saw some of the menu, and I saw that it said the breakfast burger. And that already kind of got me a little juicy.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, you don't have, like I said, you don't have to commit to one burger. I got 2 that day. And even though I knew I only wanted one, I was like, when we were at the Blink concert, there was that peanut butter burger that I didn't get. And I was like, I regretted it every single day after.
Yeah.
Until I was presented with it again. And I was like, I have to do it. I have to.
I wish they made like mini burgers.
I mean, you could always get like
What are those called?
You could always ask them to put it on the side, maybe. I don't know if it would melt the same.
Yeah. It might not have the same panache to it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You got my brain working here. I don't know if I can do it.
I understand. All right, well, we're burning time here, so let's just go ahead and get right into the list. Superstitions Part 2 coming your way. You want to start them off?
Yeah, I'll start with finding a penny heads up brings good luck. Then the origin of this is the superstition is rooted in ancient folklore where metals were believed to possess protective properties. Finding a penny was considered a gift from the spirits.
So why good luck, or why heads up?
Yeah, why? Yeah, because I can't imagine they had, like, pennies back then wouldn't have, like, a heads or tails, I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
Metals believed to possess protective properties. So, yeah, why does it have to have a head? Why does the head need to be up? And so what changed from just finding a metal to having it be... I wonder when they started putting heads and tails on coins.
So, okay. The first 1 cent piece in America was 1793.
Ooh.
It was first struck in it was so big that it was hard to use. It wasn't replaced by a smaller penny until 50 years later in 1857.
Oh, okay. So, metals believed. Yeah, so there's got to be something from, because ancient folklore. So that's just saying that just finding a metal was good luck.
So this says here that ancient is roughly 1,500 years old.
Okay.
So let's do the math. 2024 minus 1857. That's only 167 years. So
that's not all that long ago.
That's not ancient.
No, not at all. That's just
bogus.
A long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that was yesteryear.
Yeah. That was in times of yore.
Right. Interesting. All right. Well, in yesteryear folklore, where metals were believed to possess protective properties. So, whatever. All right. Number 12, something I've always been curious about. A rabbit's foot is a talisman for good luck. So, 1,500-year-old Celts believed that rabbits associated with moon goddesses had protective qualities, and carrying a rabbit's foot was thought to bring good fortune.
I always thought that was weird. I mean, obviously it's weird. It's been a while since I've seen a rabbit's foot. I remember we used to, it seemed like back in the 80s, back in elementary school, there seemed to be always 5 or 6 kids that had rabbit's feet on their backpacks.
4 of them in your house, so it hasn't been that long.
No, true. But yeah, this one's just a weird. That's another. So, ancient Celts needed rabbits, but so a moon goddess and a rabbit. They were associates. So you saw a rabbit and you thought they... See, that makes Celts weirdos, because you think a little rabbit has protective... Like, what about a rat? Yeah, we have a rabbit in our house. I'd not for 1 second think that Robert is going to protect me from anything.
Your rabbit's name is Robert?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bob the rabbit. Yeah.
Bob Hobbs.
Yeah. Yeah, I came home, or no, I didn't even come home. I was sitting at home, and this was after we put our dog down at the time. So there we were a little low, and they went to the pet store, and I got a call saying, hey, we're coming home with a rabbit. I'm like, you motherfuckers. He's probably like 6 or 7 years old now.
Why Robert?
We let Izzy name him, and you got to figure at that time Izzy would have been 7. So she doesn't really have an idea why. It just, she looked at him, she said he looked like a Robert. But yeah, there's no meaning behind it.
I absolutely love when people name pets human names.
Yep.
Like, this is my dog, Steven.
Yeah, we let her name, Oscar, and we're like, why Oscar? She's like, I don't know. I just like the name Oscar.
The dog? Right. Your dog?
Yep.
But that doesn't seem like that's that weird of a name. You don't come across I know one guy, and you know one guy named Oscar. That's it.
We do know. Yep. Yeah, there's not a lot of Oscars, because, growing up, there was Oscar the Grouch.
Right.
TV, when I think of Oscar Martinez from The Office, and Oscar from work. Other than that, there's no other Oscars that I can think of. And that's what we thought, because we, of course, watched The Office at the time. And, when Izzy said Oscar, we're like, oh, as an Oscar from The Office. And she's like, no, I just want the name Oscar. All right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I had a dog named Ollie one time.
Oh, Ollie. Okay.
Oliver. We just named him Ollie.
Yeah.
Like Oliver Queen from Arrow.
Arrow. There you go. Okay.
But I really wanted to name him Chewbacca.
Nice.
I wasn't allowed.
Oh, that's bullshit.
I know.
Total bullshit.
Because he had a little brother, and he was all black, and his little brother's name was Vader. And I was like, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Chewbacca. And they were like, no. And I'm like, aw.
Yeah. I remember my old job. I went to a house, and they had 3 dogs. And they were barking, and I heard her. She's like, all right, Chewie, Obi-Wan, and Vader, shut up. And I love it. I'm like, oh my God, I want to live here. I want to live with you people.
Right.
I'm like, or no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. Not Vader. It was Anakin. I totally messed that up. You said Vader, but it was,
No
Chewie, Obi-Wan, and Anakin were the dogs' names.
That's dope.
It was very dope. Very dope.
All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? Oh, number 13.
Birds flying into your house bring bad luck. In some cultures, birds entering a home were seen as omens of death. Jesus. This superstition likely originated from observing the kill behavior of certain birds. The kill behavior of certain birds? What the hell kind of birds kill? I guess a lot of birds do, but...
like
human
falcon?
Killing birds. Yeah.
I don't know if there's a man-killing bird out there.
Maybe back in, these...
so-called ancient times.
Yeah. Yeah. You imagine observing the kill. I guess maybe if they saw birds killing, like you said, like a falcon or hawks, how they'll swoop down and get little animals and whatever that freak the people out. The villagers, we'll call them. But why would they even still be worried about them flying into the house? I guess people had a lot of weird things to be scared about back in the day.
Well, that though, but it's also it probably is something that morphed into what they're now calling "quote unquote" bad luck, because Matt, let's put ourselves in the feet, because I doubt they had shoes. Let's put ourselves in the feet of these old ancient villagers, these so-called ancient villagers. Let's put ourselves in their feet for a minute and think like, okay, a bird flew into my mud hut. All right, it killed something. It killed a pet. It killed my dog. It destroyed my home, whatever. And then next thing you know, let's say 5 years from now, or from then, another person's like, hey, I found this bird. I'm gonna bring it into my house. Like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I saw 5 years ago, 17 moons ago, I saw a bird fuck up someone's house. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't do that in case that shit happens again. Yeah. And they're like, oh shit, okay. So then they don't bring the bird in, and then it just becomes this like, tale. A tale as old as time.
Oh, Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. And then it becomes this symbol of bad luck because of that.
Okay. I dig it. I can dig that.
So yeah. I mean
I'd hate for a bird flying into my mud hut.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, because it seemed like I like to say the days of yore again. In the days of yore.
In the days of yore.
When you got, like the crows. Everyone was scared shitless of crows back in the day, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh my God, thing just popped up on my phone. The word of the day, ineffable.
Nice.
Yeah. Just as I was looking at the birds thing, it scrolled down and said ineffable. That's crazy.
I love it.
Pretty nuts.
How nuts is it?
Ah, damn it. I knew you were gonna say that. I should have went back. It is gonna be we're gonna go with Imperial Jade Pistachio.
Oh, my favorite.
It's a 7. It is a solid 7.
Which is it's so cool, because if I had to rate that specific rating, I would give that tungsten carbide hazelnut.
I wanted to, but I feel like I've done that too many times already.
No. I'm saying that I love Imperial Jade Pistachio as a rating.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
That rating is tungsten carbide hazelnut.
Your 7 out of 10 is a 10 out of 10.
That's right.
In your rating.
Yes.
This 7 out of 10 rating, it's a 10 out of 10.
Dude, I always wanted to start a website like Rotten Tomatoes, but where you rate other people's ratings.
Oh, a ratings rater. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, or you just read other critics' ratings and be like, oh, I don't like this rating. I don't like the way they worded this. Like it's 1 star.
It's like, he gave this 3 stars. I give that 2 stars.
Your 3-star rating is a 2-star rating. Oh man, I think that would be so fun.
That would be great. That would be, I would like that. Yeah, I think that would be fun. Maybe we'll make that we'll make that a segment one time. We'll look at ratings and we'll rate the ratings.
Well, we'll start with Ted.
Okay.
You watch Ted, and then we'll look at the ratings of Ted, and we'll look at all the bad ones. Or no, we'll just look at all of them and rate the ratings.
Yeah. Yeah, because we can even go like to any movie that we watch. Like I'll go back to, Christmas Vacation. I'm like, oh, well, Siskel and Ebert both hated Christmas Vacation. But they didn't really, they just gave it a thumbs down. I don't think they did a star rating. But I would give their rating a shitty rating.
Yeah. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Always been one of my favorite ideas.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll do a segment once in a while where we rate the raters.
Perfect.
Rating the ratings. But anyway, these people with the birds, they can go suck it. If they're that scared of birds flying into their holes, then whatever. I guess they didn't have windows, so they would just go through their. I wonder if mud huts had windows, or did they was it just one big hut and a door? A big old.
I feel like it probably depends on how cold the climate was.
I guess. Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
when did
people,
Windows get invented? Like, was it, um did we ever do an invention? I don't think we ever did an inventions episode yet, have we?
no, but I have a book of crazy inventions, so
Okay.
we can do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like, right there. Yeah. Because I don't wanna look it up just yet. I don't wanna, we'll save that for another, like, at what point in history, in ancient days, did there be like, what this big old slab of mud is missing? Something that I can look out of, something like that.
Think about putting in a skylight. What do you think?
Yeah.
Like, what's
Yeah.
a skylight?
Yeah. But
But
yeah, they must
what
have
I
had
want to
big
know
ass.
more
Yeah. Oh,
importantly is when they decided to stick something in front of it. Like they're gonna open and close it.
yeah. Well, probably when birds kept flying and they're like, "Well, fuck this shit. I need to have something in here to block it." And then when they started feeling a little more comfortable, then they're like, "All right, let's slide this thing open." Because it's getting a little hot in my hut, and I want some air to come through here, so that we'll slide a little. But when did? But see, that's the other thing. Like, when was glass invented?
I
Like,
was
what
gonna
did they
say
use?
somewhere deep around the world, there's just a guy who just like I just really like throwing sand on glass or on fire. I just really like throwing it on fire. Just keeping the fire going, just tossing sand on it, and then they're just like, "Wait a second, this guy, hold on, stop the presses. This guy's on to something. Like, let me see that slab you got there, that
Yeah.
burnt sand. Just like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can see through it. Crazy shit. They're like, well, it doesn't work as a weapon, but
Maybe.
maybe it'll work in my hut skylight.
Yeah.
All right, number 14. Wishing upon a star makes your wish come true.
Oh,
Ancient Greeks believed that shooting stars represented falling souls. People began
ugh.
making wishes, hoping the souls would fulfill them as they descended to Earth.
Hmm.
Okay.
I've never really seen too many shooting stars. I've been very unlucky in my life to
I've
see
seen a
anything like
few.
that. Have you?
Yeah, but there's a lot to be said for somebody who doesn't spend time looking up
Yeah.
as opposed to, somebody who's just like, I got shit to do. Like,
Yeah.
I don't got
Yeah.
time to look to the skies, my guy.
Yeah. See, I was a sky looker because you got to remember growing up, we didn't have, we didn't have iPads, anything like that. So we would be outside, like, having like campfires and stuff. Um, and yeah, I was a sky watcher. Um, I was a big looker of the Big Dipper. Wait, no, Little Dipper, which is the one that looks like a pot.
They both look like pots.
Do they?
That's why they're called the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper.
Oh, well, I don't know. Whichever one that I looked at, yeah, I always remember. Well, what the
Huh.
hell? Yeah. Well, I thought, no, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know there were two pots in the sky. Well, what the hell's what are they? What's the difference of how they look then? Big.
One's bigger than the other.
Well, okay.
Hence
All
the
right.
names.
So, okay. All right. Oh yeah, look at that shit. Huh. So I was a Big Dipper then. The way I'm looking at the way that I'm looking at this. Yes, I was definitely a Big Dipper looker and not a little Dipper looker. Huh. Yeah, because well, no, the Little Dipper. See, the Big Dipper is more prominent as a pot. The Little Dipper's just got the two. Because the Big Dipper, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stars that connect it. Where the Little Dipper's just 3.
Well, what would you have called it?
The Little Dipper,
Yeah,
I'd just called it a fucking triangle.
the Sky Spoon.
Yeah, the ladle,
The
the
li- the
little, the little ladle,
the Little Ladle.
the little ladle. I don't
Wow.
know what I would have called it. I wouldn't have called it a dipper. But then again, the Big Dipper, I would have just called it the big pot.
Next week's episode, alternate constellation names.
There we go. Wow. Oh, now see, now that one shows more stars with the Little Dipper. I don't know. Well, bottom line is, I looked at the sky and I noticed the Big Dipper a lot. but I never. I'm gonna say in my life, I probably only ever saw one shooting star. I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess
Huh.
what back in the day, ancient Greeks saw them all the damn time.
No city lights.
Yeah, yeah. You probably would see a hell of a lot more back then.
Yeah.
Wonder how many average shooting stars there are in a night or a fortnight.
Well, you read the next one, and I'll look that up.
Oh, okay.
In a fortnight? What?
Or not a fortnight. No, what's the no, it's a fortnight. A fortnight's a span of like 2 weeks, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not the game, but like fortnight definition. A fortnight is a period of 2 weeks. So you probably see you know, a plethora of shooting stars at a fortnight.
So this says that a shooting star, on average, on a clear night, 2 to 3 per hour.
No shit. Cuz isn't a shooting star basically a meteor?
Yeah, so on a
Yeah.
meteor shower, 60 to 100 per hour.
Wow. That's cool. So I guess you really got to look up at that sky then. But yeah, like you said, with all the lights and everything out there anymore, you don't really get the full effect of stars. It does feel like it's not as starry anymore.
This here
Like,
says under good autumn viewing conditions, excluding any shower events, you should be able to see between 4 and 8 random meteors per hour in the early evening, increasing to twice that shortly before dawn.
really?
This rate declines through the year, reaching a minimum of about half of this in March.
Huh. So fall time is the time when you really see some.
Yeah,
No, it's not saying that it's still the same amount of shooting stars, maybe, but just not, you don't see them as often, correct?
correct. Correct.
Okay. All right. Just the way that the orbits, or not orbit, but the whatever. Okay. Cool. That's very, very interesting. See, this is what happens. You people listen to this. You just learn shit. You
That's
learn
right.
shit.
That's what we're
The
here.
thing
You laugh and you learn.
exactly. We're talking about birds and mud huts and orbits and big dippers and shooting stars and shit.
Here at Ineffably Sublime, we live, laugh, love, and learn.
Good lord, that got deep. That was like that went into my soul. That your vibrations really tickled my ear hair. So,
Coochie coochie coo.
ooh, oh, huh. Ooh, gave me the chills a little bit.
Okay.
All right,
All
but on to number 15. A wishbone from a turkey brings good luck when broken. Ancient Romans believed that birds possessed divine powers, obviously. Breaking a wishbone became a way to tap into these powers and gain good fortune.
So Romans believed that birds had divine power,
Yeah, yeah,
okay? And in some cultures, they were seen as omens of death.
yep. Yeah, so people either, well, I guess that was maybe their divine power was that they could kill anything imaginable. Maybe that was
Wow.
what was so divine about them. Was I'm telling you, living back then had to have been something. You know, you think a fucking rabbit is a protector, but you're scared shitless of any sort of bird.
It's like
Then you got
so it's a bird flies into a mud hut, right? And then and then this guy over here is just like, I'm gonna let this bird stay.
yeah.
He's got divine power. Be like, wait, no. No, that's not what Joe said the other
Yeah.
day. It fucked his day up, so
Yeah.
that's bad
And
luck.
you know what's going to protect me? This rabbit, which the bird is going to swoop down and basically kill, probably, grab it by its talons, take off with it, eat it. So their whole logic is just fucked.
But they're like, just wait, just kill it and break the wishbone, and we're all good.
Yeah. And keep the rabbit's foot, but break the wishbone of the bird, and that'll just cancel each other out. It just it's even Steven.
And we'll just eat that for supper. We'll be good to go.
Oh my
Solid.
God. These guys were weird.
Speaking of weird, number 16 is that seeing the moon over your right shoulder brings you good luck. So
fuck.
Any given evening, just look for the moon over your right shoulder and you're good to go, man. You're scratching lottery tickets left and right.
What the hell?
I know. Many cultures associate the right side with positive forces. So looking over your right shoulder at the moon symbolizes embracing of good fortune. So you toss salt over your left shoulder. Yep. You look at the moon over your right shoulder.
They don't know what the hell they want to do, really.
These people, man.
They're nuts.
Get your shit together, ancient times. Jeez.
These are our ancestors. No wonder we got so many weird shit things going on, because we still have this stuff in our DNA. Oh, you gotta look over your right shoulder to see the moon or you're fucked. Or you gotta throw salt over your left shoulder or you're fucked. Yeah. Good God. These people piss me off. I'm getting mad. Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Oh my God. This one's even worse. 17. Carrying acorns for protection. Norse mythology considered the oak tree sacred. Acorns, being a product of the oak tree, were believed to have protective qualities when carried.
All right.
I hate people. The Norse people. So you gotta have an acorn in your pocket with the rabbit's foot and a wishbone to protect you from the bird, and you got the rabbit, and then you got your mud huts, and then you got all this other shit going on.
Meanwhile, you're not even looking at where you're going because you're watching the moon over your right shoulder.
Yeah, and hopefully a goddamn shooting star over your right shoulder gives you luck, or you hope a bird doesn't come flying over. What if you're trying to look up at the sky on your right shoulder and a bird comes flying down and hacks your face off? What the fuck then?
Well, then it would have been this conversation would be completely different right now.
Yeah.
The omens would have been way worse. Like looking over the moon over your right shoulder will bring a bird. It will tell a bird to attack you.
Yeah. And well, like I said, I mean, I'm sure birds do. I guess birds might not eat acorns, but I guess that might be why birds are coming after you, because you got rabbits in one hand and you got acorns in your frickin' pocket. Well, what the fuck?
You're carrying around a rabbit's foot, and the bird's like, that guy's got food.
Yeah.
And then also, let's say you don't have the rabbit's foot, but you're a Norse mythology, and you have a pocket full of acorns, and you're attracting squirrels and chipmunks left and right. And then the other bird is like, dude, this guy's a walking piece of food.
So I wonder if that's where like the terminology for it's like, you got an acorn in your pocket, or are you happy to see me? Maybe that's where that shit originated from.
Only birds say that.
Acorns for boners.
Maybe we should add the acorns to the Pretty Nuts rating system, man.
Maybe.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but just crotch acorns would be like number 1. Would be like, maybe like that'd be a 0 out of 10. Crotch acorns in your pocket. Oh man, God,
that's so funny.
I guess they're not really saying. They put them in your pocket, but you just walk around with acorns in your hands. Then Norse mythology considered the oak tree acorns being a product. Yeah, they're just So just carry. Yeah, so you just carry them, but still, it's funnier to have them in your pocket.
Yeah, I mean. Pocket acorns. Like, don't you worry. You're never going to be able to attack me. Be like, oh, yeah? Why is that? Be like, I got a pocket full of acorns.
So you reach down right here, motherfucker. Look at that. I got a rabbit's foot in one hand, acorns in the other. You don't stand a chance, bitch.
Like, don't look now. The moon's over my right shoulder. I dare you. I dare you to fucking try.
Oh my
Like, I've
God.
got the moon goddess on my side. On my right side, specifically. Okay,
Oh,
number 18. I've heard this one before, and I always get
yes.
excited whenever my palms get itchy because an itchy palm means money is coming your way.
Oh, yeah.
So that's I don't know. In palmistry, itchy palms were associated with financial gain. This superstition likely evolved from the belief that certain sensations foretold future events.
Yeah.
All right.
Palmistry. I like the word palmistry. Like did somebody actually like, oh, what are you gonna go to school for? Palmistry. I'm gonna be a palmist.
I mean, does it exist now? No, I don't. I mean, maybe.
I'm sure there's some kooks out there that probably, well, I guess maybe that's like reading palm, like the palm readers. That's probably a form of palmistry. They're a palmistist,
Palmicist?
palmistologist. I don't,
I
I don't know
I
what that
don't
would
know.
be called. Yeah. I
So,
mean,
I'm if it's okay with you, I would like to read the next one because I have a story associated with it.
go for it. I'm all
All right.
for it. Yeah.
Number 19, a spider spinning its web in the morning is a sign of good luck. Now, what
Mhm.
do you think it means when a spider is spinning its web above your head while you're drying off from the shower?
It wanted to see what was going on, baby.
Man, literally last night, I'm standing there
Oh,
in the bathroom and I decide like I get out of the shower and I always spend an existential amount of time with the towel over my face after I'm like
why?
if I don't know, I just do it. Like I get out of the shower and I stand on the rug and I put the towel on my face and I just like, get used to the room around me. And I thought to myself, I've been doing this for too long. I should take this towel off my head. And as I do that, there's a spider repelling right above my head, like literally, and I just stepped away from it and was like, man, literally 2 more seconds, this motherfucker would have been on me.
I, I'm just having I guess I'm still stuck on the just with the, okay. I don't know. I don't know why I'm stuck on this, you having a towel on your face and head for so long.
It was
Maybe I need to
probably a good
try that.
30 it was probably a good 30 seconds.
So you're basically just like smothering yourself.
I mean, I got out and I stood there and was like, all right, the room is cold.
Yeah.
I was like, let's just stand here for a second. And, I'm
Okay.
also a bald man, so there's a lot of water on my head. It just kind of collects.
I never thought of that. Okay. That all right. That's starting to make a little more makes a little
So
more
I'm like
sense.
drying my head off and I'm just kind of standing there with the towel over my face and I'm just like
Yeah.
patting it and whatever. And, trying to get used to the bright, cold bathroom.
Okay. All
And
right.
then like I said, I take it off my head and there's a spider just
Now,
repelling down.
was it a thick spider? Was it a daddy long legs? Was it like one of the girthy ones? Like which
Dude,
one? Like,
daddy long legs don't spin webs, I don't think.
oh yeah, they don't. That was a stupid thing to say.
But
Scratch
regardless,
that.
it was a
Yeah.
little guy.
Uh-huh.
It was just a little, I don't know what kind of spider it was. It was freaky looking, but it was just little
Huh.
black spider.
Yeah. I think it was just wanted to see what was going on. Wanted to check out the goods.
Yeah, I don't know. I
You
just
know.
I calmly grabbed some toilet paper and just picked it out of the air and
Yeah.
flushed it down the toilet.
Huh. Ooh, right here. What do I do if a spider lands on your head? Oh, that doesn't have a meaning. I thought was gonna have a meaning towards it.
Oh.
Yeah. Can spiders actually live inside your brain? That was somebody asked that 6 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. There was a spider above my head. Now I can't sleep. I remember Autumn had a really weird dream. We were dating at the time, and we were sleeping, and then she shot up out of bed and was screaming that there was a spider. So I hurried up, jumped up, turned the light on. She looked at me, and then she threw her head back down and fell right back asleep. And she does not remember. She must have had it. She said, obviously, I had a spider dream that night.
That's wild.
I said, you scared the living shit out of me because you jumped up and you're just screaming spider. I said, and I looked everywhere and there was no spider. But yeah, back to you though. And we're talking about me. I should be talking about you and your spider
No, you're fine.
over your wet head. Yeah, that's
It was interesting.
that is interesting. Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
I don't freak out about it. I was just like, whatever. It was
nah.
little,
Yeah.
but it was enough for me to check. It was literally right up. It was 4 inches from my eyes. Like,
Oh my.
it was close. And I was like, wow, literally 2 seconds because I
Yeah.
stepped away from it
Mhm.
and it kept going.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, it was like really coming for me. I don't know
Yeah.
why at that moment it was like, I'm just going to go ahead and rappel down
Yeah.
like
How
right
how
now.
pissed would you be if you realized that that was a radioactive spider and it could have bit you and you could have became Spider-Man?
Um, I don't know. That's too much responsibility.
That is a lot of there's no way I'd want to be a superhero. Doesn't feel like they get a lot of sleep.
I wouldn't
You
mind
can't
like
really be lazy.
I wouldn't mind having like a superpower that was like cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Like which one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I want to say like super speed would kind of be cool, but like the Flash is pretty miserable watching everybody else move at like really slow.
Yeah.
So then there's that, and then I wouldn't mind like I always said like the power of flight would be kind of cool, but like I feel like eventually it would just be like dumb.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
because
would
you can
just
only
get
see high up so much, and then you got to fight with the birds. You know, you can hit a bird, or you hit a bug, or you got plane. You got all this other shit.
I mean, it would be
Yeah.
cool, but like I really don't know. I feel like the power to like levitate things to me would be pretty handy.
Hmm. Oh, I'd like the Force. I'd love to have the Force.
Yeah, like that'd be kind of
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
Just like call whatever you want over to you. Like that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
And
don't think I'd want to be any of that because like I'm too lazy. I mean,
like if I could, or if you're like, hey, can you hand me that over there? And I'd be like, oh yeah, hold on, and just like force it over to you. Like
Yeah.
that'd be dope.
That would be dope indeed. Dope indeed. Yeah.
So
But
I don't know. When I was creating that trading card game, which I never did finish, it was called Super Zeros,
okay.
and it was all about like it was a league of people with just the worst powers. Like, and I forget. I had so many cool ideas, but one of them was like there was a guy that was just like he was exceedingly normal. That was the power. It was so funny. Like,
you watching Practical Jokers, right?
yeah.
Okay. Do you ever see the one where they were like pitching like video games and like of course they're like horrible video games. And Q's one was Superman, but just the Clark Kent stuff. And it's like how because when you said super normal, it'd be like that's what that reminded me of. It's like, yeah, you're just Clark Kent. Like the end is when you become Superman. It's like how boring of a freaking game would that be?
I mean, it was funny. Like,
yeah.
I was
Yeah,
having a damn good time.
Now, how far along did you get on this? Like, how much do you got?
I'm trying to look that up. Oh yeah, here it is. Super Zeros. This is a year ago that I was working on this.
Oh, that's not that long ago.
No. I got pretty far along. I had like all the rules laid out, and I started making cards, and I just never wanted to like put them over to print.
Oh, okay.
But I had like his name was Ordinary Guy. He was just so exceedingly ordinary. Like in a world of people that weren't, he was so ordinary. That was his power. Then I had the cameraman, and he was just the guy that was always, there to film the heroes.
Oh, that would be terrible.
But all of this stemmed from one idea that I had. Like my buddy and I had come up with an idea for a guy that he was immune to binoculars.
What?
So, like, if you looked through a pair of binoculars, everything else around this guy was zoomed in, but he wasn't.
That's weird.
And he had absolutely no idea that he could just not be zoomed in on.
Can't you see me? Like, no, what the hell's going on? Why can't
I
see
can't
me?
zoom in on you for some reason, but everything else around you is zooming like it can be. And I really wanted to make a comic book, but there were so many artists that were like, "How do you draw that?"
Yeah. Just a
Like
dude.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you
It
make
would just
everything appear closer but not?
yeah, like everything would be like yeah, like zoomed in and he would just still look like he was 100 yards away. Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't imagine it would be that. I mean, I'm no artist, but yeah, I can picture it in my mind what that would look like. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's pretty easy to do, I would think. I would think.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, he was. I didn't even have a name for him. I couldn't think of a name.
um yeah, what the hell? What kind of name would that be? Todd. Just,
Oh, I,
just a regular name. Was it yeah, what was it? Deadpool. What was the second Deadpool? The guy when he come up with X Force, and then the dude with the mustache. It ended up
oh,
he had no powers. He said, "I got type 1 and type 2 diabetes." The hell was his name?
I don't know. I think it
'Cause
was
they
something like Todd
yeah,
or something.
God or Frank or something like that. I love that character.
Yeah, dude,
Uh,
I had a bunch of them. I had like one that was like it was a pizza guy, and he like could he his ability was that he could deliver your pizza in 30 minutes or less.
Jesus.
Like that's all it was. And his
Uh,
arch nemesis was Pineapple Man.
oh, to crawl inside that head of yours, man.
Oh man, it was a good time. I
Oh.
literally would just like be up there loading cups, just like coming up with superhero names. Like,
Oh, that character's name was Peter.
oh yeah, okay.
Yep, Peter. Yep. I had to look it up because it was going to drive me nuts.
Ordinary
Oh.
guy. That was my favorite one. This guy's just he's so ordinary.
Oh man. Yeah, like I
he had
said,
a he had a
I just
dog that was lucky, like his dog. It was just like
uh
a, a, a golden retriever that just was like always lucky, but only for dog things.
what like okay, yeah.
Like they could
All
never
right.
use it for anything.
Yeah.
And like there was a guy he was called the lampshade. He can turn invisible in any room, but it was only lit, and he can only be wearing he had to wear a lampshade as a hat. Just like so dumb.
uh that is pretty dumb. That is pretty dumb. It's all right though. Hey, you had fun doing it. And it sounds like it would be fun to mess around.
Oh yeah,
I
it was a
wish
good
I had
time.
I wish my brain could work like that at times. You
Oh,
know,
it
I
was
just
fun.
like I have no imagination whatsoever in my head. It is just the so like if my mind was a color, it would be beige. You know, I'm just so blah. Yeah, I got nothing. Like I got no creativity. Um, well, obviously I've got no vocabulary. I say the same damn things all the time. I'm just boring as shit.
I don't think you're boring.
I'm boring.
No,
I'm
you're good. You're fun to
boring-ish.
spin ideas off of.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
You're like the guy that everyone like me needs. You know
Well,
what I
there we
mean? Like I
go.
can throw
Yeah,
an idea at you and you totally roll with it. Like you've
yeah.
never not rolled with it.
That is true. Because usually even some of the things, well, I'll just flat out say no. I will still give you oh, yeah, I'll still, like, listen to it and, you
Yeah,
know yeah,
and
yeah,
it's all good. But yeah, and I don't get upset about it. It is what it is. But
yeah.
what the heck else was I gonna say? There was something else there was another thing I was gonna bring up. But yeah. Oh yeah. Last year, remember when I don't remember if I told you or not, but I'm pretty sure I did because I told everybody, but I was given like 15,000 Magic the Gathering cards.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
went somewhere. I had Magic the Gathering cards way back when, and then like
Mhm.
I asked the guy for him back, and he's like, I don't have them anymore. But he's like, if you meet me here at this day and this time, I'll give you some. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I went there, and he gives me this giant tote. He's like, here you go. These are all yours. Well, I ended up like sorting them all. It took me months to
Mhm.
sort them, and I started playing. I was teaching my wife how to play, and Nate kept talking to me about it every day, and I was like really into it. And then I was like, I'm gonna create my own trading card game. So that's where that spawned.
Oh, okay.
And I've
Nice.
always been like obsessed with the idea of superheroes with shitty powers. And I just think that's so funny. And then the other day I stumble across, so I'm just sitting there laughing in the filler room, and I forget who asked me. Someone asked me like, "What are you laughing so hard at?" And I'm like, I completely forgot that me and my buddy Brady, we only got 3 of them. Like we found it to be absolutely hysterical. Like what if, remember in Doctor Strange, Black Bolt, remember him?
Oh, yeah, that's the dude that can't speak, right? Or when he
Yeah.
speaks, yeah, that guy.
So we thought, man, this is so funny. Um, that his real name is Blackagar Boltagon.
What?
Yeah, that's his name. Like,
Oh my god. What is he, Dutch?
no, that's just, I don't know. I just think that's weird. Like,
Yeah, that is a very weird name.
Blackagar Boltagon. And so in my phone, I have a note that says superhero real names. Like the Marvel hero Black Bolt, whose true name is Blackagar Boltagon, we thought it would be funny if other heroes' real names were like this. And there's only 3. Superman, his real name, Superitus Manitotus. Batman, Batnacious Manfredo. And Spider-Man, Spiderus Manicotti. God.
Oh, those are great. I saw there was something like this maybe about a year or 2 ago where they did almost something very similar to this to like rappers' names and actors' names. And the one that cracks me up to this day, and this is the only one I can remember, is Cardi B. And they're like, well, her real name is Cardigan Backyardigan. And I could not stop laughing at that. And so every time I see something with Cardi B, I'm like, oh, there's Cardigan Backyardigan.
Have you ever heard the Elon Musk one?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure.
They said Elon Musk's real name was Elongated Musket.
uh, oh, man. Oh,
Yeah, there it is.
Christ.
Cardigan Backyardigan.
Cardigan Backyardigan. To this day, I can still remember that. Oh, my God. That elongated.
Lil Bow Wow's real name was Boward Woward. And then these last 2. Okay, T-Pain. T-Pain's real name is Tylenol Pain Relief. And you'll never guess. Ice-T. What's Ice-T's real name?
I don't know.
Lipton.
Oh my God. Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one. The Rock. The Rock's real name is Theodore Rocking Chair. Oh my God.
Ooh. Holy lordy, that's good shit.
Lipton. I love it. No last name. Just Lipton.
Lipton. Oh. God, that was a good laugh. Oh. Boward Woward. Ah.
There was a good one for Snoop Dogg. I just can't remember what it was.
Oh man.
Snooper Doggett. God, dude.
Oh
Anyway.
my God. That's good shit, man. Oh.
All right, so we have one more.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Actually, we went over this one last week, so we don't have to do that one.
Oh yeah, crossing our fingers. Yeah, we never did really explain why spinning the web in the morning is good luck.
Oh yeah,
really. Yeah, because it's I'll read it. European folklore: spiders were believed to bring prosperity. Of course, everything brings prosperity or fucking good luck or protective whatever shit. So seeing a spider spin a web in the morning was considered a positive omen. Whatever. I mean,
somebody sat there and was like, who decided that?
Yeah.
Why'd they decide that?
Yeah, it's like, oh, In the morning's fine, but holy fuck, if you see a spider spin a web at night, you're screwed. You're just absolutely screwed.
Oh
Whatever.
man.
Whatever. Just,
I just think that's so weird that somebody
Yeah.
sat down and was like, we're gonna figure out everything that brings like our ancestor or our or not ancestors, but our future generations will really appreciate the information that we leave for them.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like makes just like, hey, do you like look at the spider spinning its web? It's 6 a.m. They're like, whoa,
Yeah.
I feel lucky today. like, yeah, you know what? Write that down. Like, seeing a spider in the morning spinning a web brings good luck. Like, yeah, my great grandson's really gonna appreciate that.
It's like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make this shit up so that 200 years from now, they're gonna say this, and people are gonna be like, "You fucking weirdos," you know?
That's why I have such a hard time believing like about the like flat Earth. And my only ever argument was that like let's say just for saying's sake, there are two guys, all right, two science guys are sitting in a field and they figure out somehow through math or whatever means that the Earth is in fact flat. All right, let's just say that ancient times they figure that out.
Yeah.
They say, and some guy just I'm gonna give him my own spin. He goes, "Whoa, hey, the Earth is flat based on all this math." The other guy says nobody is ever gonna believe that shit. Tell them it's a globe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then he goes and tells everybody, "Hey, we discovered it's a globe," and everyone's like, "Yeah, that's totally believable. That makes way more sense." Years later, ancient times later, 1,500 years later, someone is just like, you know what? I think that's bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
I think it is flat. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
how on earth, no pun intended, did they decide that was wrong and this is right? Like,
Yeah.
where do they get off?
Where do they get off? Exactly.
Like, I don't understand, man.
Yeah.
What difference does it make the geometric shape of the planet? And I don't know. That's for a whole other episode. But like,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah.
Where does the lie happen,
Mhm.
and why does the lie happen?
Right. Right. That's a good one. We do need to talk about this further in detail, I think. Some of these, weird ass theories that people have that, were passed down from generation to generation. And
I just can't wrap my head around why that would be the way that it went. I mean, it probably isn't the way that it went down, but like ultimately, that's the way it went down.
Right.
Everybody believed the Earth was flat, and then someday they were like, "No, it's a globe." And they're like, "Oh, okay, I guess it is a globe." Like, because you say it's a globe.
Yeah.
And then way later, some other guy's like, "Wait a second, there's no fucking way it's a globe." And then it starts. Now he wakes up every day. So people wake up every day. They're like, "Fuck my job, fuck everything. I have to go tell people that they were wrong."
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
Exactly.
I'm gonna pour a bowl of Cheerios and continue to live my day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what shape the planet. It could be a donut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't affect anything.
Yeah. Exactly.
And the only thing I've ever been told is that, like, well, don't you care that you've been lied to? I'm like, no. If it affected my day, if suddenly finding out the Earth was flat gave me millions, I'm like, all right, cool. Like, it's flat, then I'll believe it. But it doesn't.
Nope. And these people that obsess about that. That's why I'm so glad that I am like how I just said. I'm kind of like my mindset is plain and nothing really bothers me. Where I'm like you. If they would be like, yeah, the Earth it's not even flat. It's shaped like a whatever. All right. Well, then that's what it is.
Like, all right, well, I gotta go to work in half an hour, so like,
yeah.
Do I still have to pay my mortgage? Like,
yeah. Yeah, it's like, does this give me anything? No. All right. Well, then let's move on.
See you
Yep.
tomorrow. Like,
Yep.
I just don't get why it's like people. And it's funny. I watched an entire documentary on Netflix called Behind the Curve or something like that.
hmm
And it was about these flat earthers that were like, we're spending millions. We're going to figure this shit out for real.
Oh my God.
They do test after test after test after test, man. And every single time they're like, well, this says it's a globe. That's got to be bullshit. Let's move on to the next one. And then they spent $25,000 on a piece of equipment that would definitively say whether the Earth had rotation like a globe. That's
Oh my
all it was. And they
God.
spent all the money on it, and they set it up. And seconds later, they were like, "Well, this says that it's a globe. So we got to put it inside this other machine to make it to prove, to make it not show that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay." So they put it in there, and it still shows the same fucking thing. And they're like, "Well, fuck," and that's how the documentary ends.
That's the right there. That's the key of somebody that has more money than brains.
Yeah.
You know, it's like who can like even I'll even go as far as, the people that discovered the Titanic. All the money that they spent, who cares? It was a fucking ship. It hit an iceberg. It's down at the bottom of the ocean. There's a lot of shit at the bottom of the ocean. I don't give a fuck. I really don't care.
Everybody's
Oh, well, we're going to
obsessed
go
with-
down there. We're going to test it. Maybe we'll see how it really got hit. I don't care. This has no bearing on my life at all. This doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. Well,
Yeah.
did you see that you can see their boots are on the ocean floor. Why don't you see any? Who cares? I don't care.
like everybody's so obsessed with figuring out that everything was a lie. Like the only thing that I really care about, really honestly, is if aliens exist. Like if that is true, the reason they aren't telling anybody is because it would just upend religion in 2 seconds.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's exactly why we will never know.
Yeah. I got an issue with religion, but that's I just have a lot of. I'm not a religious guy, so we'll just. Yeah,
but
there's so many.
Exactly.
But then, so like if aliens and all that shit, that'll just throw everything for an absolute loop.
And that's why. But that is the only lie I actually care about.
Uh-huh.
But I know why they're not saying anything, so it doesn't really bother me. In all honesty, like I get why they ain't saying shit, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But like we said in episode 1 or whatever episode that ended up being where we talked about it, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with knowing that I'm right about something and somebody's wrong. That's fine. It doesn't bother me. I don't need you to tell me, well, guess you were right. I don't need that.
I'd like to say that I don't need that. I don't need it most of the time, but there are some things. Usually mine is like sports related shit. So you won't get it, but like sports fans will. When I'll be like, well, so and so, and this and that, and they're like, wrong. And then when I was right, then I'm like, like told you. Yeah, that's really the only thing that I can think. I'm not going to bore anybody with actual sports theory or anything because I can't think of it.
Well, yeah, but so if you're friends with the person and you're right about something, and you're right about something, and you choose to just be like, this is the way it is. If you don't believe it, then you will eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if they come back to you and say, hey, guess you were right, that's your win. That's all you need.
Yeah.
But I don't seek it out. I don't need it. You know what I mean? Aliens are or they aren't real. Like that's the way it is. Bigfoot is or isn't real. Like, and until it comes out, we're never going to know. And I'm not going to waste my time trying to prove that.
Yeah. I gotcha.
It's fun to theorize.
Hey, do you know Ice Cube's real name?
No.
Icelandic cubicle.
Oh my God.
Icelandic cubicle. Oh my God. It just popped up for me here. Sorry, I didn't mean to change the subject.
No, you're totally fine, man. We probably got to wrap it up here anyway.
We still got Oh yeah, it's 10 till 10. Yeah, okay. We'll do the we can do like a Valentine's Day episode, and then we can even throw the the superstitions into that.
Yeah, we'll just do that.
Yeah, we'll just do like a whole big Valentine's Day. Because we're going to talk about the origin of Valentine's Day, why it sucks as a fucking holiday. Even though it is my birthday. My birthday,
Oh, yeah.
I am a Valentine's baby. Never really did anything for me.
I question.
Yeah.
When is it socially acceptable or socially expected to stop wishing somebody a happy belated birthday?
3 days.
For real?
I don't know. That just sounded good, didn't it?
Like if I walked into work tomorrow and I said to Nate, like, happy belated birthday, even though it was in October or whenever the fuck it was.
That's a tad late. I mean, you can
Like, does it
basically
really
do that
matter?
with anybody. No. I mean, I think I'd probably look at you a little weird. Okay, so mine's the 14th. Like I said, probably anything from like the 17th on. If somebody be like, happy belated birthday, I'd be like, don't even fucking wish me that. I don't give a shit.
I just think, I don't know. I always thought it was funny because sometimes I'll see like when I'm filling out like paperwork, like let's say before Tammy and I got married, but when I was like filling out paperwork, like how long do I put down that I'm divorced? Like,
Well, I mean,
why is that an option?
Yeah, I mean, technically, as of right now, you still are divorced.
Right. How long
Yeah.
do I choose that as my marital status? Because like that's weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's a single, married, divorced. Sometimes it'll say remarried. And
Oh,
I'm just
really?
like, yeah. And I'm just like, what? Like, which one do I pick?
Yeah. Just check them all. Because at one point you were single. And at one point you were divorced. And then you are now married. Does it say current? I mean, if it's got to be detailed. If you say, like, if it's not detailed, if it doesn't say current, then I'd be like, well, fuck, I'm all of these. I was single. I was divorced.
All of the above.
Married. They're like, Mr. Penhollow, what are you? You checked everything.
Like, isn't that the question of the day?
Yeah. Like, hey, I'm just trying to be accurate here.
That's question du jour. I'm gonna start saying that. That's the question du jour.
Du jour.
Oh man. All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man, this was a laughter-filled episode.
Oh, my eyes hurt. From laughing. Like,
damn.
My eyes are water. Or no, my eyes don't hurt. My jaw hurts, but my eyes are watering. Jesus Christ. Whatever I am. I don't know. It was pretty good. It feels very like short. Like I feel like I'd literally just sat down and we just started talking.
I know.
It doesn't feel right. We're used to our 2.5 hours and everything. It just doesn't feel like we should be done. But
yeah,
I mean, we can still. We had talked about doing weird news stories.
Yeah, you know what? That's so weird that you bring that up because I was just thinking about that this morning. How we just like it kind of flew off.
Yeah, there was one that I saw that it just kind of. It's not really so much weird. This is one of those that's kind of like a to kind of keep in the back of your head for just the next time you go shopping or anything. So a lady in Virginia went to a Goodwill, spent $2.99. It was like $2.99 or $3.99 on ugly ass vase. Takes it home, like, oh, it's a cute little thing, blah blah blah. Then she did some looking. Here, it was a vase worth over $100,000.
Damn.
Yeah. So that brings me to a personal story of, I can think of at least 2 different times that Autumn has gone to the Goodwill in Clearfield and bought something for $5 and was able to sell it on eBay for like $100, $200.
Damn.
She got the first one, I think it was a Burberry trench coat, I believe is what it was. And she's like, they only wanted like $5 for this thing. And she likes to dig. She's a digger. She she really goes deep in the, in the racks and stuff. But yeah, it was, I think that one in particular, I think she was able to sell it on eBay. I think it was damn near $200. I think she got for it. Still had the tag on it and everything.
That's insane.
And this was the Clearfield Goodwill. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like, because sometimes you figure, oh, I can go to, we went to the one in State College. It sucked. There was nothing in there.
Well, common misconception. Goodwill has a warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what area you live in.
True.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure it matters what city you live in, but like there's a warehouse in Falls Creek, like.
Oh, that's right. I did know that.
Yeah, and like you just donate to the centers, and it goes to anything.
Yeah,
Any
that's
Goodwill.
True. Yeah.
I
it was.
this isn't this. I have a Goodwill story. It's not in regard to finding something valuable, but when you're done, I'll tell that.
I think I'm done. Oh, I think she got a purse one time. She got it wasn't Coach. I don't even remember what the hell brand it was. Same thing. Got it for like $10. Put it on eBay. Got it was like $150. So it's one of those things that, some people will kind of poo poo Goodwill. Like, I'm not walking in there. That stuff's got gross shit. And not all the time, man.
I've found some good shit at Goodwill before.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Yeah.
What years ago, I want to say I was in 10th grade. I was in a little pop punk band, and the name of the band was Something Serious. That was the name of the band.
Oh.
And we had a bunch of merchandise. Like I had a bunch of shirts made and like all, demos and all this stuff. And I had it in a big duffel bag, and we packed everything in my dad's pickup, and we drove out to State College to play a show.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way home, we packed up everything back in the pickup truck, and I forgot to close the tailgate. So we're on the way back from State College, and everything just falls out somewhere.
Oh no.
Long story short, it made its way all the way back to Du Bois. Just fine.
Oh.
It made its way all the way back to Du Bois and fell out on the boulevard in front of Sheets.
Okay.
Well, I had absolutely no idea what happened to it. I thought it, we drove up and down the route to State College, didn't find shit. A couple days later, I had like gone to Spots Music and was like, hey, like if anybody, if anybody tries to like sell, some of my equipment, like just be on the lookout for it. Anyway, they called me back a couple days later and said this dude come in and was like bragging about how he found this shitty local band's, stuff and yada, yada, yada. And he, explained what it was. And he's like, here's his name. Here's his, here's the car he drives. And whatever. So my dad ends up calling the guy and threatening the police with him. And anyway, the guy comes up and he gives me my music equipment back, but the merch bag was just gone.
Ooh.
Fast forward like 4 years, I'm working at the One Stop in Treasure Lake, and this construction crew, a whole construction crew, they all come in wearing matching shirts with my band's name on them.
No.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, where'd you guys get those shirts? Like, oh, we found them all at Goodwill. That's the name of our construction crew. Something Serious Construction. And I'm like,
no.
Get the fuck out of here. I was like, you gotta be shitting me.
That is wild.
And one of the guys, the leader of the crew, he was the guy that gave me my amp and shit back.
That was the guy.
Yeah. He stole, he had the shirts. I don't know. He said they got him at Goodwill.
Son of a bitch.
I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Wow. That is
so yeah, the Goodwill just put them all up together, I guess.
I guess.
Or he lied, one or the other.
Yeah. I'm gonna say he lied. I think. That's the route I'm gonna go. I'm gonna blame the guy. Yeah.
Yeah. They never I never heard any more about them. I never saw them ever again. So just that one day they all came in to eat.
And it was years later. That's an amazing story.
It's wild, yeah.
That is wild.
It was like $180 worth of t-shirts.
Oh, Deej.
I know.
Oh, that's nauseating there, to lose that and then oof.
Yeah. It was interesting though. We'll never forget it.
No.
I still remember that dude's name though.
What was it? Let's say it. No, you don't have to say. I'm kidding. He might be listening to the show.
His name was Josh. That's all.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He already sounds like an asshole. No, I shouldn't say that. I know a couple Joshes. They're all great. Are all great guys.
Yeah.
Oh, before I forget, we do need to give a shout out. We were talking about superheroes, and when we were talking about the Thomas Kincaid paintings. and my friends Brett Stewart and Doug Turner were telling us about Alex Ross paintings and how freaking awesome those paintings are of superheroes. So definitely want to give you guys a shout out for us. You know, me and Doug had a pretty good conversation about. He was kind of filling me in on some of the Kincaid stuff and talked about Alex Ross and his stuff. So absolutely always want to give shout outs to people that we know are listening to our show.
I have another shout out for your buddy Kurt.
Oh, what'd Squanch say?
He responded to our episode on Spotify. He said, "I am a little stitious when it comes to baseball. I remember this one time my teammate had to keep painting his big toenail black because we won, and then we kept winning as long as it was painted."
Okay. And yeah, see, that's why I'm glad you brought that up, because I think I mentioned last week that I was going to talk about this a little bit. So I got a couple minutes we can talk about it. Yeah, it feels like in all of sports, baseball is very superstitious. Like I was the same way. If I was on like a good hitting, which it never really ever happened, but if I was like on a good hitting streak, I would make sure that I had the same socks, I had the same shirt under my jersey, I had the same like little, not, I don't want to call them spandex shorts, but there's shorts that kind of protect you from sliding so you don't get brush burns on your hiney and your thighs.
Oh yeah.
I would try to make sure, and when I would go up to bat, I would make sure I did the same routine every time. But yeah, baseball is very, very superstitious. There's, like how Kurt said, how everybody would, paint a toenail. It'd be like what you eat before the game. It would be, how you say things, how you do things. Very, very stitious. Very stitious baseball people. And I wouldn't like certain undershirts. It would be the same thing. If I had a good game, like even I was a better fielder than I was a hitter.
Right.
I would make sure that it was the same undershirt every time. I remember it was I had a black Yankees shirt. And if I had a good game, I'm like, all right, I'm not washing that shirt. I'm going to wear this shirt the next time. Then when I had a bad game, then of course, wash it, start fresh with something different. So, and there's a lot more that I wish I'd have written them down, but there's just a lot of superstitions. And like I said, I feel like baseball is by far the most superstitious of all the sports.
Yeah, I mean, every sport I'm sure has superstitions like that.
Oh yeah. But
it reminds me, and I'm like watching the clip in silence right now. Have you ever watched Malcolm in the Middle?
Oh yeah.
You remember the episode where Hal is bowling and he keeps doing the same thing over and over again?
Yes. Yep.
He like takes a drink and then swishes it around his mouth and pats the bowling ball and cracks his neck.
There was one thing that I do remember doing in Little League. When I was on a hitting streak, and this goes back to there was a movie called Major League, which I'm sure you haven't watched it, but the Wesley Snipes character, his name was Willie Mays Hayes. When he would go up to bat, he would kind of shake his ass a little bit. So I thought that was really cool. So the one game, I thought, I'm going to go up to bat, and I'm going to wiggle my little ass just a couple times, and we'll see what happens. Home run.
Damn.
So I'm like, all right. So from here on out, when I get up to the plate, I'm going to hit the bat on the corner of the home plate, or my bat. Yeah, my bat will hit the plate. I'm going to put the bat back, and then I'm going to shake my ass just a little bit. And I ended up doing it the whole rest of the year. I hit I think 2 more home runs that year.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. So yep. Same thing. So that, like how? Yeah, exactly. Like, shake your ass. Like I said, it's so weird how superstitious people can be with that.
Well, some people believe that, but positivity, you put the positivity out in the universe. Like it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's not religious based, but like if you're an agnostic human being, then you have, you believe in the universe. And if you put positive vibes out in the universe is going to be like, all right, I see you.
Yeah.
If you put negative vibes out into the universe, they're going to say the same shit.
Yep. That's true. That's true. I still believe that to this day at times. Especially when I do or say something that I regret doing or saying, then I'm just like, oh, shit. I'm like, here we go. Like, now something bad's going to really happen to me because I said something that was probably I shouldn't have said or did something. Yeah. I get that. Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, we're setting up some future episodes.
Indeed. Absolutely. There we go. I don't think I've said absolutely at all today.
That's not true. You definitely have.
Did I really?
You do it, man. It's like second nature to you.
Shit. Oh, well.
It's okay.
That's
it's absolutely fine.
Fucking hell. Oh.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's do the call to action here. Where the heck are we? Where is it? There it is. The call to action. As we wrap up this uproarious journey through the inexplicably sublime, we want to leave you with a challenge. Share your thoughts with us, like Kurt shares his thoughts with us on our Spotify. On the topics that we've covered today, what is your take on superstitions, or these so-called ancient times we speak of? If you have a quirky pop culture trend you'd like for us to explore, or perhaps a mind-boggling question for the curiosity cabinet that is Mitch and I's brain, connect with us on social media and drop your wittiest ideas and become a part of the Sublime Squad community. We're here on Facebook, TikTok, Threads, and Instagram. Mostly Facebook. We don't use the others that often, but we're there. We're also available anywhere that you can find a podcast. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button for a guaranteed dose of laughter and enlightenment. And if you like us, leave us a review. iTunes accepts reviews. Spotify accepts reviews. And I think that's just about it. So, that being said, we'll see you next time. Same time, same channel.
Later.
For something. I don't know what the heck we're going to do.
Yeah, I don't think we've really talked about it. Well,
no.
Yeah, we got a week to think about it. We'll noodle on it.
We'll noodle on it, and we'll be back for another chin wag.